Oh, they really let you do it. Oh my goodness. That's wild. Dude, I look so cool. It looks so ridiculous. I can't believe they let you get away with this. Dude, I look so cool though. Dude, I love seeing my custom character in cutscenes. It always feels awesome. I understand every other word. I've only taken a 10-week course in college on Japanese. But for the most part, I have no idea what is happening. But it looks cool, and I'm all about it. You have lines! The voice you select isn't just for grunts and battle dialogue. You actually say stuff. That's awesome! That's so cool. It seems the dumb ball weapon is a popular choice. I mean, it's got a satisfying, the hit's got a satisfying impact to it. I like it. Oh, is that a summon? I believe in the trailer the summons were called Imagines, so I think that's what we're getting now. Wow. Yo, she's fucking pissed. She does not like him. Good. Welcome. I don't know what that means. We're gonna make bank. So sometimes the textures look okay, sometimes they look blurry. I'm not sure why. Challenge quest. Alright. Where's the challenge quest? Is it this level 3 guy over here? We're gonna fuck up this pig? I mean, I'm not opposed to it. God, actually, maybe I'm a little opposed to it. Oh, I did not enjoy that. Well, you're next. Oh, I think that's the challenge quest over there. Yeah, let's go do that. And leave these poor pigs alone. First group content, let's go! God, the lag is terrible. Just press buttons and hope you hit something. The early days of PSO2 was like this, like in the early like enemy extermination urgent quests, like you could not get a hit in, like ever. Good work. Good work, men. Popular media like Sword Art Online, Dot Hack, and Mega Man Battle Network romanticizing the concept of what it could be like in the future, it really felt like we had only scratched the surface of what was possible. But in reality, we're actually watching a genre die in real time. I actually made a new account because I was sure I would have been banned along with all the other Western players. But out of curiosity, I put in my old login information, and here we are. Although I didn't actually enter the game yet, so. So while that's loading,
I'll tell you why we're here. So, the Japanese version of Blue Protocol is shutting down in January. And any plans for a Western release have been canceled. And I was really looking forward to this game. I played it on the Japanese version on launch day, just out on a whim, and because I always wanted to play an MMO on day one and like experience what that's like to start at the same exact time as everyone else. Um, and in my head, I didn't really count that because it wasn't the global version, so it wasn't like, it wasn't in English, so it wasn't like real. But looking back on it, I think I am going to count it because I did it. And there's not going to be a global version, so it's really that or nothing. So, hey, I did the thing I wanted to do. So that's nice. Um, but I think so basically, since I was really looking forward to this game, um, we are going to be playing this game every other day, not every day, because I go to bed at a normal time these days. So we're gonna record, upload, record in that day. Like one day we'll be recording, one day we'll be uploading, and be like that, except for on the weekends because that's when I play my other MMOs. And so I don't neglect those and still make progress on those. So that basically means Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, maybe I have been banned. We'll try again. I was gonna say we'll start with the new account, and if that one gets banned, we'll have the old one to fall back on. And until then, this can kind of be like a cute little time capsule to a cute little time capsule of how far we got on the first day of the game. So anyway, and I know we just got back into Dark Souls, but this is important to me, and this is why this is important to me. I really love the MMO genre. There's just something so cool about exploring an entire world alongside other people, and like almost every character that you come across that's running around the world is also another player, and you get to see how they made their character and what their character looks like, and that's always you know been really interesting to me. You get to see everyone's kind of like personalization. Oh, I think we are actually banned. You get to see everyone's personalization, um, like that. What choices they made. Um, it really is something that makes it feel like it's more than a game. Like it's a whole world, interactive virtual world. Um, but I think the time for those types of games are kind of over, unfortunately. Um, so I kind of came to this realization when Period Chronicles became vaporware. Um, that was a really good looking MMO. That just development stopped on it and the project was canceled. And it wasn't the first time that happened where I was like really into looking forward to a game that just went up in smoke. Either either released and was really not good, like Skyforge, or just was canceled altogether, like Period Chronicles. Um, so it kind of got to the point where I was just tired of it. I was tired of looking forward to something and then that something just being either disappointing or not happening. But when Period Chronicles was canceled, I remember I think it was the MMO Byte video reporting on it. Um, I read one comment that said all hopes are on Blue Protocol now, and so I was just like, all right, well if you think so, I'll give the MMO industry one last chance with Blue Protocol. Um, and so I looked at the game and it didn't look that special to me, but the more the trailers came out, the more we learned about the game, the more it really felt like that was true. It was a AAA MMO not published, developed by Bandai Namco, which is one of the biggest players in um, the video game industry, and it really looked like, okay, if this game can't do it, no one will, because there has not been a single good MMO in over a decade. The oldest one of the big five is Elder Scrolls Online, which came out in, I believe, 2013, 11 years ago. So, oh, well, we'll keep trying until I run out of things to say. Um, but basically, um, Blue Protocol was going to be my final destination as far as new MMOs went. And this is where we ended up. It's going to be gone. So, yeah, I just want to play this game as much as I can, enjoy it as much as I can. And I'm going to. I mean, there are new ones coming out, like Ash's Creation, and the other ones, but they all have a red flag, at least one red flag. Like Ashes of Creation is not even in a playable alpha state yet. Like that's coming out, and you have to spend like what was it, like $100 in order to get access to the alpha. Um, so people are calling that a scam game, and rightfully so. Like basically, they're just gonna milk as much money as they can pre-release, and then before the whole thing collapses on itself, and the game actually won't ever release. Um, and then there's the League of Legends MMO, but that lost their creative director, and they had to scrap everything that they've worked on and start at square one. So that's probably not happening. And then there's Digimon Super Rumble, which is released in Korea, but has not had a global release announced, and might not ever. And then there is Brighter Shores and Stars Reach, and these are the only two that kind of seem like they could be something. But we don't know anything about Stars Reach other than who is working on it. He's the guy who directed, I believe, Ultimate Online and Star Wars Galaxies, and that's all we know about it. Um, and then there's Brighter Shores, which we know a little bit more about it. It's being made by Andrew Gower, who created RuneScape. But it just kind of looks like RuneScape 3 to me. And, there's a reason why old school RuneScape exists, and it's not because RuneScape 3 is a good game. And then finally, there's the new Middle Earth MMO, which was canceled once, and now they're restarting development on it. But they don't even know what that game's going to be. In an interview, with their own words, they said they're still trying to find the hook. So, I hate to say it, but I think Jimmy was right. and that we just aren't ever going to get another good MMO. Like, the genre is dead. And Jimmy, Jimmy wants to be wrong about that. I mean, who wouldn't be? And I want him to be wrong too, but I think that's just the reality of it, especially since I want it to be wrong, especially because, my dream is to one day start my own game development studio, and one of the projects I want to make on that venture is an MMO because I love the genre so much. So, but as it is right now, it's just dead. Gacha games, ever since Genshin Impact came out, gacha games have just kind of taken up that space that MMOs originally occupied. It was just kind of pushed out. The games that already exist are the ones are going to keep existing. Like, they're not going anywhere. But we're never going to get a good new one. So that's kind of why we're doing this. So I'm going to switch to the other account because I'm pretty sure I'm banned because I can't even get into the game. I'm going to switch to the other account. I'm going to turn off my microphone for 2 reasons, and one of them is I want to just play and experience this game for myself, and also because I don't want these videos to really be like entertainment. I want it to be more like an archive of what could possibly be the last remaining footage of the final game of an entire genre. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Rest in peace, Dark Souls. We'll get to you eventually. I probably feels like at this point we're never going to finish that, but we do our best, and this is right now what's important to me, and I told you why it's important to me. So that's what's gonna happen. So let's do it. Oh. Hold on. We're actually in. I guess that was just like... I guess that was just like, because, we're in America trying to connect to Japanese servers. But, yeah, we'll keep this character as kind of like a time capsule of how far we got on day 1, and if we do get banned on the other account, we'll fall back to this one. But yeah, it really felt like this is where, everyone was heading in terms of MMOs. Like, this really felt like it was gonna be the game. And honestly, if this game couldn't do it, which had everything going for it, like I said, all hopes were on it. It was the genre's last hope, a new hope. But yeah, if this game couldn't do it, I honestly don't think anyone can. So I'm not gonna do a game a week on it. I was planning to do a game a week on it. Like, I was actually this was going to be the finale of Game a Week. It was gonna be, I was gonna call it the RPG meal, because when Genshin Impact came out, ironically, the game that killed the MMO genre, basically someone said like, alright, this is a good game, but it's really just an appetizer for Blue Protocol. Um, Statements that aged like milk, apparently. Um, but I responded to that and was like, all right, so if this is the entree and Genshin is the appetizer, what's dessert? And he said, well, either Grand Blue Relink or Cyberpunk 2077. So I was going to do the RPG meal. I was going to play through Genshin Impact as the appetizer, Blue Protocol as the entree, Cyberpunk 2077 as the bread, because it actually came out before Blue Protocol. Because every restaurant brings you bread. And oh, we got disconnected. Because every where was I? Restaurant brings you bread. And then I was gonna have Scarlet Nexus, which was another game Bandai Namco made earlier this year. I thought it kind of like went together nicely with Blue Protocol, with the names. So that would be the drink, and then for the dessert would be Grand Blue Fantasy Reeling, because even though it didn't come out, it came out before the global version, it came out after the Japanese version. And then the after dinner mint would have been like some RPG that came out after the global version. And then all that, I would play all of that simultaneously and call it the RPG meal, and that would be the grand finale of Game of Week. That's how I was planning to end Game of Week. But that is just not going to happen now. Because I don't think it would be fair for me to review a game that I can't fully understand. So, c'est la vie. So we're going to go to the other account.
こいのいい加減諦めんか。他にも人がいるとは。お主も運が悪いの。まあここであったのも何かの縁。さすがのわしも見殺しは夢見が悪い。少し時間を稼ぐ。合図をしたら一気にあやつの横を駆け抜けよ。いいな。あなたは気にするな。適当に逃げるでも。お主何を。見殺しは夢見が悪いでしょ。
Three strikes, we're out. Yep, we're banned again. I'm not surprised, I'm just disappointed. Honestly, not even disappointed, I'm just sad. I wanted to play more of this game, but considering we didn't even make it to the tutorial, we had to speedrun character creation to even get that far. I think it's fair to say that they have my VPN and IP blocked, so I can make a million accounts, it won't matter. I'm unable to play this game anymore than I have. I guess what we have done on launch day is as far as we're ever gonna get, and that's really sad because I really wanted to play more of this game. I'm going to try again on January 17th because time zones, so I can try to be there when the server shuts down. But until then, well, I guess as far as we're concerned, as far as I'm concerned, since we can't go any further with this, it's over. Blue Protocol's over, and with it, the MMO genre has officially died. This was the last hope, and it's gone.